Hey YouTube, so my hair is actually naturally curly. This is a curl cast. So you break up the curl cast and you get these gorgeous fluffy curls. Okay, eventually. Sometimes it takes a little work. You usually do this like with your head upside down, so it's easier. But I see how these ones I broke most of the cast, these ones are still in the cast. Anyway, so I figured today, while I have a migraine, I would talk about the various things that I do for my migraine. So in California, I had a neurologist that had me on Aimovig. I am currently no longer on Aimovig, so that's the Aimovig, the injectable. Yeah, Nurtec and Aimovig. I still have Nurtec, but I am out of Aimovig, and I do not have a neurologist yet here in Pennsylvania. And I don't get migraines as often as I did in California. I don't know how that is or why that is, and they're not as intense and they don't last as long. So those are good things. After this, you would actually like zhuzh it a little bit. Yeah, like that. Anyway, so my migraines aren't as frequent and they aren't as long, but my neuro was seriously autistic, which is perfect. When you're looking at reviews for neurologists, look for ones where they say that they have a bad bedside manner or they're just very blunt and factual, and those are your autistic neurologists. Get an autistic neurologist. They're the best, hands down. End of discussion. So what he found with me was it's technically migraine-lepsy. Yeah, there's seizures, but from that there's different categorizations. Like, every type of seizure is different, but also the cause of every seizure is different. So I have, I believe it's called catamenial epilepsy or ketamenial epilepsy, the C, which is when my hormones fluctuate, I go down, I get a seizure. So, hi, I'm the one that's very, 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 very deadly to get pregnant. So yeah, if I were to get pregnant and didn't, I would be dead. That's it. Bye-bye. No longer existing. So, good thing I'm with somebody who does not have the equipment to get me pregnant. Anyway, that aside, so he diagnosed me with migraine-lepsy, catamenial epilepsy, traumatic brain injury, obviously, and he did the angiogram to see exactly how bad the damage was and if it was repairable, and it isn't, which sucks. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is the information he gave me to help me with my seizures, that is, or not my seizures, my migraines, that doesn't have to do with medication, which implementing those has done the most for my migraines than medication. Well, and moving. So he did mention that it could be a like regional areas, can be a trigger for some people. Anyway, so while I have a migraine, I'm going to go through the things I've done. I'm wet because I actually took a shower instead of a bath, but when I do get the migraines that have the body aches, I will go ahead and take a magnesium bath. You're going to hear me talk a lot about magnesium. That's from the neuro too. The other thing that the neuro suggested was some actual daily magnesium, because my levels were painfully low. Also, you know, with that low of levels, it's like, yeah, this could be causing, it could be a factor in my seizures as well. It doesn't seem to be. I'm still seizing. So, whatever. I guess. So, I have chewable magnesiums that I take, but I also take the pill form of magnesium every day. So I double up on my magnesium, and it's so much magnesium. It's so much more magnesium than a normal person should take, which is why a doctor prescribed it for me, and it worked. There's another thing, the methyl B12 with that. This is for people with that, hold on, I'm 6 minutes in. What's known in the migraine community as the motherfucker gene. I believe it's MFER or MFR, but like, you read it and it's like, yeah. It's a genetic condition that triggers migraines, and that is supposed to help. I have not taken it long enough to notice any difference other than in my energy. Like, B12 does some good things for me. I also take some various mushroom powders. I'm still experimenting with it. They're great for my mood, from what I've noticed from the experiments. I did a double-blind experiment with like 4 cups of hot cocoa and dosing them all, and having a visit with, it was me, my grandma, my mother, and my sister, and seeing how well everybody did with the calming mushroom mix. And it was shockingly good. And I've gone ahead and I've had visits without that and with that, and me on it and my mom not on it, and my mom on it and me not on it. And you know, it works. And I'm kind of bummed that it works, you know, because it's annoying when you find something that works and it's expensive. Petting the dog, of course. Is there any time that I set up a YouTube video and there is not an animal that needs attention? Thus far, only when I was in Philadelphia and didn't have an animal around. But I'm sure if there was a stray cat somewhere in the building, they would have found me. Anyway. And then I am currently on, this is a massager that you just put on a chair to turn any chair into a massage chair. I have it on my bed. That's where I am right now. And then I just put some sheepskin over it to make it a little less pressury. Because I'm fat. So me laying on it is pretty heavy. And I don't want it that heavy. And then I use that fancy eye massager, and when that kicks out, because that battery doesn't last forever, I'll go with some heated eye masks. And then on top of all of that, headphones, noise canceling headphones. And then I do the binaural beats in the pain mix. Like if you look up pain relief music, you'll find it. And it's specific in having the sound go on both ears in different ways to be able to activate the brain in a different way. Theoretically for pain relief, theoretically for all sorts of things. Science of the brain isn't there yet, so everybody's just throwing spaghetti at the wall. A lot of these things are absolutely scams. Absolutely. But like I mentioned in my first one, sometimes toxic positivity can work on me. And there is so much scientific evidence for the placebo effect. So, you know, if you believe it works, it might work. So, who's to say? Who's to say? Hi, Anne. Yes, you are a dog. Anyway, I do more than that as well. My migraine isn't as bad as it was in California. I also have a spiky mat to rest on and for my head and neck. And then one of the things that I really like doing is treating my migraine with food, if that makes any sense. It makes sense for people in the migraine community. The migraine community, the ultimate food hack for migraines is McDonald's fries and a Diet Coke. You know, the caffeine, the fat, the sodium, it's sodium bomb. And it's one of those things where there's research to suggest that a sodium bomb can work on migraines. There's research to suggest that it doesn't work on migraines. There's research to suggest that it makes migraines worse over time. Your mileage may vary. But for me, I take it up a couple of notches. So I'll do a sodium bomb with carbs, so it enters my system fairly quickly and easily. But then I'll hot sauce it up. And a hot sauce, what happens is it actually injures your tongue and burns your taste buds. And that causes an endorphin effect in this region, you know? And endorphins are painkillers, so painkillers in this region's pretty good, you know? So I'll do like, my favorite is just like some ramen with an egg, fried egg, absolutely a fried egg, and that salty, salty, salty broth, fried egg, Spam if I can, if I have the mental energy, and a ton of that Fly-By Jing hot sauce. That, actually any sweet chili crisp. Sometimes I do have to reach for something a little hotter, but you know, as long as it has that sodium and carbs with just a little bit of fat. Sometimes I think about just doing an egg yolk, very lightly cooked and then plopped on. But when I'm in full-blown migraine mode, when I need to treat it with food, I don't have the dexterity to separate an egg. You know, I'm lucky to get an egg on there. So yeah, that's my sodium fat bomb. And then the other trick is caffeine, because caffeine will absorb sublingually, and it's a vasodilator. So opening up that thing. I think, the other thing that my neurologist told me was that my migraine triggers might be food related. So I've been noting foods. He did discover that nuts are no-no for me, which sucks so much. I love almonds, and walnuts, and cashews. More walnuts than cashews, though. Pine nuts. Ooh, those are good, too. I wonder if I still can have pine nuts. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, nuts are a migraine trigger for me. And I think caffeine might be a migraine trigger for me as well. So I'm trying to cut that out. And it sucks because I absolutely adore my rituals, my daily things. I still feel so not displaced, but discombobulated here. I don't have really much of a morning routine other than with, no, I have a morning routine with the animals, I suppose. And that's all that really matters. Because, you know, animals are the most important, obviously. As I pet a little dog on my lap. So, avoiding nuts, magnesium, and magnesium. Like magnesium 3 ways. The chewables, the prescription magnesium, and the actual magnesium flakes for a bathtub. Salt, fat, heat. It's almost the name of the cookbook that I like. And yeah, various massaging things, turning the lights down really low, avoiding that blue color of light. This is on a very warm light setting, which is good. And it's also higher than I would like it to be right now, but I figured I'd get this video out really quick and talk about migraines. Yay! And yeah, just eating right. I think I might have had, I don't know what I had. To trigger a migraine. Anyway. But yeah, those are the various little things supported by neurologists and scientists and all that other jazz. Use at your own risk. Find yourself an autistic neurologist. The people attracted to the field of neurology are generally autistic, so your odds are pretty good. And see what they say. Like, don't take my word for it. Who am I? I don't even know who I am. But yeah, find out if you have any migraine triggers and go forth, and hopefully we'll all have good luck. And yeah, also there is stress, which is, to be fair, yeah. All right. Thanks, YouTube. See you later. Bye.